Japan is great, and I'm pretty sure that anyone who watches my channel would agree with that. Unless you're a hate-watching bitch, in which case, stop it. Get some help. Nowadays, it may seem like it's a little too great. I mean, too many people wants to come visit, and this creates an over-tourism problem just because people, go to the same 3 or 4 places and call it a day. Combine this with morons who don't know how to behave, and it's potentially a problem. Luckily though, I have a solution. Take notes, Japan Tourism Board. Now, first of all, there's nothing wrong with coming here and enjoying Japan. I mean, we live in a free world, and if you want to use your time and money to visit, all power to you. Japan is a fantastic place to visit, and it has a lot of things to do and arguably one of the best kitchens in the world. Yes, I can hear some of you screaming at the screen right now. I can hear you through the screen actually, just yelling, Indian food is more flavorful, or Mexican food is better. First of all, have you seen those Indian street food videos where, the street food guy just jams his dirty hands into all your food? Like literally pouring tea through his hands into your cup, and then, oh, here you go. If you don't get diarrhea from that, you might have an iron stomach. It's absolutely crazy. Somebody call the street food health inspector who, I made him up. He probably doesn't exist. The food is just a preference thing, and I'm yet to hear of anybody who's been to Japan and been disappointed at any food they ate here. In addition to the fantastic food, yes, I'm not only going to be talking about the food despite me being a fatty, fat, yet people flock to Tokyo/Fuji, Kyoto, and Kanazawa/Takayama. Kyoto has its pull from the beautiful shrines like Fushimi Inari Taisha, Kiyomizu-dera, the Bamboo Forest, and Arashiyama Monkey Park. The monkey park is actually pretty great. The monkeys there are cute, and it's in a sort of reversed zoo. So when you want to feed them, you go into the cage and feed them through the cage, and they're like free. It's like a human zoo. You get like feed them bananas through the grates and shit. It's pretty cool. And of course, Kanazawa and Takayama has their pull from the beautiful, very Japan streets and just, general ultra Japan vibes. Fuji is Fuji. It's like the brand of Japan. It's the #1 landmark here, and probably the first thing somebody learns about Japan other than video games like Super Mario and Dark Souls, as well as weird animated porn. Bible Black, anybody? Tokyo is Tokyo, mega city. The biggest city on planet Earth. Now, I personally hate the place, I despise it ever so much, but I do see the appeal of going there to explore as there's tons of things to do. Biggest city in the world, hello? Since tourism gets centralized in these particular places, over-tourism happens. Over-tourism is basically a place getting more visitors than their infrastructure can handle, combined with cultural, behavioral differences. Now, I'm not talking about these nuisance streamers and YouTubers and whatever that I like to shit on quite a lot on this channel. No, I'm talking about normal tourists. Do you remember that old white Karen lady who got caught on camera literally stalking and jamming a camera up into some geisha's face in Kyoto? She's probably one of the reasons that they have like the camera ban around in those small streets. God damn. You remember the old guy I talked about in the previous video who actually etched in his family's initials into a pretty, culturally significant torii gate in Tokyo? It's shit like that, not the nuisance streamers this time. Now I'm talking about regular tourists here. But the thing is, I don't really blame over-tourism on the tourists. It's up to the Japanese tourism agency, and they simply do not promote the countryside of Japan as well as alternative prefectures well enough. That combined with less funding from the government to these places and a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it attitude, hey, Tokyo pulls in so much money, let's just jam more people into there instead of to, this quiet little remote countryside town. From a visitor standpoint, I agree that it might feel kind of risky to just go to fucking Taketa in Oita Prefecture, since, there most likely will be no signage or information in English, and you'd probably, need to rent a car there to get around. It's much easier to just go to Tokyo or Kyoto and just use the public transportation. Small towns like that needs to be promoted way more to an international audience, and the government here needs to lay down some groundwork to be able to facilitate international tourism there. Watch any food or travel TV show on TV in Japan, and you'll see that smaller, neat little towns are always promoted for domestic tourism. Japanese people love to travel domestically just as much as they love traveling abroad. And, if the countryside towns could be promoted internationally in the same way that Japanese TV promotes it to, their domestic audience, it could definitely spread out tourism and probably resolve over-tourism over a few years. I'm already doing this to a very tiny degree, and even though those videos don't get fuck all when it comes to views, I will still keep doing it because the smaller unknown places in Japan, they usually has the best vibes and experience, and I just love it, and I want to show you guys that. Hey, Japanese government, I got a proposition for you. Send me a check for like 150 million yen. I'll travel the whole country and show people the small towns, right? You know, it's free. Free for me, not for you guys. They still gotta pay me. I'm gonna keep going to and promoting these small places regardless, because I like it. And hopefully some people will like it too and choose to go there instead of just Tokyo, Kyoto, whatever, the next time. And hopefully we can spread this over-tourism a little thin. Together. That'd be nice. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Japan content like this, please subscribe down there and click like on your way up. If you want to support the content, check out the YouTube memberships and the Patreon. And as always, to my Patreons, spank you very much. You help more than you know. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye! Testing. 1, 2, pussy. 1, 2, pussy.